You've been sold a lie. They told you confidence comes from faking it. That success means stepping on others. That strength means shutting down your emotions. But look around. The loudest guys in the room are usually the emptiest inside. Real power doesn't come from tricks and masks. It comes from building something solid that nobody can shake. This isn't about playing games with people. This is about becoming someone you're proud to be. Someone who doesn't need to manipulate because they have actual value to offer. Someone who sleeps well at night because their power is real, not stolen. From this point forward, you're going to rebuild yourself, but the right way. Not as a weapon against the world, but as someone the world can't ignore. There's no shortcut coming. No hack that will save you. This path requires work that nobody sees. And if that scares you, good. That means you understand what's at stake. You're not here to become feared. You're here to become respected. And respect isn't taken. It's earned through consistency, character, and competence. Comment below. I build real power. Say it as a promise to yourself. This is your line in the sand. Cross it and you commit to the real work. If you're ready, steel yourself, because now we begin building something that actually lasts. ## Part 1. Build on solid ground. You've been living by rules you never chose. Someone told you what success looks like, what a real man should be, what you need to do to matter, and you followed it without question. But has it worked? Are you where you want to be? The truth is simple. You can't build a strong life on someone else's foundation. You need to dig down to bedrock and build from there. This doesn't mean burning everything down in anger. It means examining what you believe and asking, is this actually true? Does this serve who I want to become? Your habits, your reactions, your daily choices. These are your real foundation. Are they moving you forward or keeping you stuck? Most people never ask this question. They just repeat the same patterns and wonder why nothing changes. Strong people don't just react to life, they design it. You need to get honest about where you are right now. Not where you wish you were. Not where you tell people you are. Where you actually are. What's working? What's failing? What are you avoiding? This honesty isn't weakness. It's the first real strength. You can't fix what you won't face. Here's your first assignment *. Write down 3 habits that are holding you back. Not what you think sounds bad, but what's actually costing you progress. Then write what you'll replace them with. Feel the resistance? That's your comfort zone fighting to survive. Your growth lives on the other side of that discomfort. Change isn't about motivation. It's about decision. You decide who you're becoming, then you build the evidence through daily action. Small choices repeated become your character. Your character becomes your destiny. Comment below. I build on truth, not illusion. Say it. Mean it. Live it. We're not pretending anymore. We're building something real. ## Part 2. Master yourself first. You can't lead your life if you can't lead yourself. Real strength isn't about controlling others. It's about mastering your own mind and emotions. Think about the last time someone pushed your buttons. You probably reacted immediately, said something you regretted, made a choice based on anger or hurt. That's being controlled by your emotions, not controlling them. Emotional control isn't about becoming cold. It's about becoming clear. ***. Your emotions give you important information. Anger tells you a boundary was crossed. Fear warns you to prepare. Sadness shows you what matters. But emotions are terrible decision makers. They want immediate relief, not long-term success. The strong person feels everything but lets wisdom drive the car. They pause between feeling and action. In that pause lives all your power. Practice this * when something triggers you. Count to 10 before responding. In those 10 seconds, ask yourself, what response would my future self be proud of? This isn't about suppressing feelings. It's about choosing your response instead of being hijacked by impulse. Most people are slaves to their moods. They wake up and let their feelings decide if today will be productive. But successful people have a different approach. They decide who they're being, then they act that way regardless of how they feel. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. Especially when you don't feel like it. You're training yourself to be reliable, to yourself first, then to others. When you say you'll do something, you do it. When you set a goal, you follow through. When you commit to change, you show up every single day. This builds something priceless, self-trust. Self-trust is the foundation of confidence. It's knowing that when things get hard, you won't quit on yourself. Start small. Make your bed every morning. Work out 3 times this week. Read for 20 minutes daily. Keep these promises to yourself. Each kept promise is a deposit in your self-trust account. The person who controls themselves controls their destiny. The person who can't control themselves will be controlled by circumstances, other people, and their own worst impulses. Comment below. I am the master of my mind. Hold this truth. Practice it daily. We're building self-mastery, not self-deception. ## Part 3. Turn pain into fuel. Everyone faces hardship. Everyone gets hurt, rejected, disappointed. The difference between people who rise and people who stay stuck is what they do with that pain. You have a choice. Let pain break you or let it build you. Every challenge you've faced has taught you something. Every failure showed you what doesn't work. Every rejection proved you could survive what you feared. But most people waste their pain. They just suffer through it and learn nothing. Wisdom is pain plus reflection. When something goes wrong, don't just move on. Ask, what can I learn from this? How can I grow stronger because of this? Your struggles aren't punishments, they're training. Life is showing you where you need to develop. The areas that hurt most are often the areas with the most growth potential. Maybe you struggled with rejection. That's training in resilience and self-worth. Maybe you failed at something important. That's training in perseverance and strategy. Maybe someone betrayed you. That's training in discernment and boundaries. Nothing is wasted if you extract the lesson. The strongest people aren't those who never struggled. They're the ones who transformed their struggles into strength. They took their pain and used it as fuel for growth. This doesn't mean dwelling on the past. It means mining it for wisdom, then moving forward with that knowledge. You don't need to advertise your struggles. You don't need to wear your pain as an identity. You just need to use it privately as rocket fuel for your rise. Here's the practice. Think of your biggest challenge from the past year. Write down 3 things it taught you. 3 ways it made you stronger. Then write how you'll use those lessons moving forward. This is how you honor your struggles, by becoming better because of them, not bitter. Your past doesn't define you. Your response to your past defines you. And you get to choose that response every single day. Comment below. My struggles built my strength. This is your truth now. Most people go through life half-blind. They react to what's in front of them without seeing the bigger picture. They make decisions based on emotions, not information. They trust people without testing them. Then they wonder why they keep getting surprised. Awareness is protection. Understanding is power. ***. You need to develop the ability to see things as they really are, not as you wish they were. This means paying attention, watching patterns, asking questions, testing assumptions. When someone tells you something, notice if their actions match their words. When a situation feels off, trust that instinct and investigate. When something seems too good to be true, it usually is. This isn't about becoming paranoid or cynical. It's about being clear-eyed and realistic. Optimism is great, but naive optimism gets you hurt. Strategic thinking means playing the long game. Before you make a decision, ask, where does this lead? What are the second and third order consequences? How will this affect my future self? Most people only think one move ahead. They see what feels good right now and go for it. Then they're shocked when it costs them later. But strategic people think several moves ahead. They see the patterns. They anticipate consequences. They make decisions their future self will thank them for. This applies to everything: your career, your relationships, your health, your finances. Every choice is either building your future or borrowing from it. Practice situation awareness * in conversations. Notice body language. Notice tone. Notice what people avoid saying. In decisions, write down the potential outcomes, good and bad. In problems, look for the root cause, not just the symptom. The clearer you see, the better you decide. The better you decide, the stronger you become. But strategic thinking isn't manipulation. It's wisdom. It's understanding how things work, so you can navigate effectively. It's seeing reality clearly so you can make better choices. You're not trying to outsmart everyone. You're trying to make decisions you'll be proud of years from now. Comment below. I see clearly and think ahead. This is your new standard. We're building wisdom, not schemes. ## Part 5. Be genuine, not fake. The world has enough actors. What it needs is authentic people. People who know who they are and show up as that person consistently. You don't need a collection of masks. You need one solid identity built on real values. Yes, you adapt to different situations. You're professional at work, relaxed with friends, respectful with elders. That's not being fake. That's having social intelligence. But underneath all those situations, you're the same person with the same core values. Authenticity means your public life matches your private life. You don't say one thing and do another. You don't pretend to believe things you don't. You don't act interested when you're not. You don't promise what you won't deliver. This kind of honesty is rare. And it's magnetic. People trust authentic people because they're predictable in the best way. You know what you're getting. Fake confidence crumbles under pressure. Real confidence holds steady because it's built on genuine competence and self-knowledge. The practice *, be honest about what you know and don't know. Be clear about what you will and won't do. Be consistent in your values, even when it's inconvenient. This doesn't mean oversharing or having no filter. It means what people see is actually who you are, not a performance, not a strategy, just you being solidly yourself. When you're genuine, you attract the right people and repel the wrong ones. That's not a bug, it's a feature. You want people in your life who like the real you, not a performance. Manipulation might win in the short term, but authenticity wins in the long run. Because you can maintain authenticity forever, but maintaining masks eventually exhausts you. Real power comes from being someone you don't have to lie about. You're building a reputation based on reality. When people talk about you, what they say is actually true. That kind of integrity is rare and valuable. Comment below. My strength is real, not performed. Own this truth. We're building character, not characters. Part 6. Protect your energy with boundaries. Being strong doesn't mean being available to everyone. It means being selective about where you invest your time and energy. Boundaries aren't walls, they're standards. You're not shutting people out of fear. You're protecting your space so you can build something meaningful. There's a big difference. Some people drain your energy. Some situations waste your time. Some conversations go nowhere. And you have the right, actually the responsibility, to protect yourself from those things. This doesn't make you cold or selfish. It makes you wise. Saying no to the wrong things means saying yes to the right things. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve your goals, you're saying no to something that does. Your time and energy are finite. Spend them like the precious resources they are. Good boundaries look like this. I can't take on that project right now. I need some time alone to recharge. That doesn't work for me, but here's what does. I appreciate the offer, but I'm focused on other priorities. Notice these aren't mean or harsh. They're just clear and honest. The practice * identify one relationship or commitment that consistently drains you. Set one clear boundary this week. Communicate it calmly and stick to it. People who respect you will understand. People who don't respect you will complain. That's actually helpful information about who deserves your energy. You don't owe everyone access to you. You don't owe everyone explanations. You don't owe everyone your time just because they ask for it. Boundaries protect your peace, your focus, and your purpose. They're not selfish, they're essential. The strongest people aren't available to everyone. They're available to the right people, those who add value, share values, and respect boundaries. Comment below. My boundaries protect my purpose. Make this your policy. We're building protection, not isolation. Part 7. Build real relationships. Success isn't a solo journey. You need people, the right people. But relationships aren't just about what they give you. They're about mutual growth, support, and respect. Look for people who make you better. Not people who just make you comfortable. Not people who only agree with you. People who challenge you to grow, who hold you accountable, who celebrate your wins and support you through losses. Real relationships are built on 3 things. 1. Trust, they do what they say they'll do. 2. Value alignment, you share similar principles and goals. 3. Mutual respect, you both bring something to the relationship. This isn't transactional. It's reciprocal. You're not using people, you're building together. The practice * audit your closest relationships. Ask yourself, do they encourage my growth or keep me small? Do they celebrate my success or secretly resent it? Do I feel energized or drained after spending time with them? Are we helping each other become better people? Some relationships have run their course. That's okay. Growing apart is natural when you're evolving. You can appreciate what someone meant to you while recognizing they're not meant for your future. And some relationships need deeper investment. Reach out to people you respect. Offer value. Build connections based on genuine interest and mutual growth. Strong people build strong circles. Not big circles, strong ones. 5 solid relationships beat 50 shallow ones every time. Be the kind of person you want to attract. Loyal, honest, growth-focused, supportive. That energy attracts similar energy. And when you find good people, invest in those relationships. Show up. Be reliable. Add value. Celebrate their wins. Support their struggles. Build something real together. Success is better when shared with people who genuinely care about your growth and whose growth you care about. Comment below. I build relationships on real value. This is your standard now. We're building community, not using people. Hashtag part 8. Use your words wisely. Words have power. They can build or destroy, clarify or confuse, connect or divide. Strong people speak with intention. Not constantly, not loudly, but when they speak, it matters. This means thinking before you speak. Asking yourself, is this true? Is this helpful? Is this necessary? If it's not all three, maybe stay quiet. Silence isn't weakness, it's often wisdom. You don't need to fill every gap in conversation. You don't need to prove you're smart by always talking. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is listen deeply and speak rarely. When you do speak, asterisk. Be clear, not vague. Be honest, not manipulative. Be respectful, not harsh. Be brief, not rambling. People remember how you made them feel more than what you said. Speak in ways that leave people better than you found them. This doesn't mean being fake nice. It means being genuinely respectful. You can be direct without being cruel. You can disagree without being disagreeable. You can set boundaries without being aggressive. The practice asterisk before important conversations. Pause and think about your purpose. What outcome do you want? How can you communicate that clearly and respectfully? And learn to listen, really listen. Not just waiting for your turn to talk. Actually hearing what people are saying and what they're not saying. Strong communication builds trust. Careless communication destroys it. Your words reflect your character. Make sure they reflect someone you're proud to be. Comment below. My words build, not destroy. Let this guide your speech. We're building communication skills, not manipulation techniques. Hashtag part 9. Delay gratification, build your future. The ability to delay gratification separates those who achieve from those who wish. Every day you face a choice. Comfort now or success later. The easy path or the growth path. Instant pleasure or lasting satisfaction. Discipline is choosing your future over your feelings. Yes, you could sleep in, but you get up and work out. Yes, you could binge that show, but you study or build your skill. Yes, you could buy that thing, but you save and invest. These small choices compound. Over time, they create two completely different lives. Most people choose what feels good right now and wonder why their future feels empty. But you're going to be different. You're going to make choices your future self will thank you for. This isn't about punishment or denying yourself joy. It's about priorities. It's about understanding that real satisfaction comes from building something meaningful, not from endless distraction. The practice is simple but not easy. When you want to quit, do one more rep. When you want to scroll, read one more page. When you want to spend, invest instead. When you want to sleep in, get up and move. These moments build discipline. And discipline builds everything else. Delayed gratification isn't suffering, it's investing. You're investing in health, skills, relationships, wealth, character. And unlike instant gratification, which leaves you empty, these investments pay dividends for life. Think long-term. The body you build now serves you for decades. The skills you develop now open doors for years. The money you save now creates options later. The character you build now determines who you become. 1 year from now, you'll wish you had started today. So start today. Comment below. I choose my future over my comfort. Make this your daily decision. We're building empires, not just enjoying moments. Hashtag part 10. The journey never ends. Here's the truth they don't tell you. There is no finish line. Growth is a lifelong journey. You don't arrive at a place called successful and stop. You evolve, adapt, improve forever. And that's actually good news. It means you're never stuck. No matter where you are, you can grow from here. No matter what happened yesterday, you can improve today. The game isn't about reaching some perfect state. It's about becoming better than you were yesterday. 1% better. 1 degree stronger. 1 step further. This removes the pressure of perfection. You're not trying to be flawless. You're trying to be growing. Consistency beats intensity. The person who shows up every day beats the person who goes hard for a week then quits. Small actions repeated create massive results. So build systems, not just goals. Create habits that support who you're becoming. Design your environment to make good choices easier. And when you fail, because you will fail sometimes, don't quit. Failing is part of the process. It's data. It shows you what doesn't work so you can adjust and try again. Resilience is getting back up faster each time. The strong person isn't the one who never falls. It's the one who falls and rises, until eventually they walk on ground that used to make them stumble. You're going to face setbacks, unexpected challenges, days when nothing goes right. That's life. But you have something most people don't, a commitment to keep going. This journey shapes you. Every challenge builds character. Every obstacle develops strength. Every plateau teaches patience. You're not trying to arrive, you're trying to evolve. And evolution never stops. There's always another level, another skill, another way to grow. That's exciting, not exhausting. This is your life's work, becoming the person you're capable of being. Building something real. Living with integrity. Growing consistently. And maybe someday someone will look at what you built, not with tricks or manipulation, but with genuine effort and character, and think, if they can do it, maybe I can too. That's legacy. Not being feared, but being an example of what's possible when you do the real work. Comment below. I am always growing. This is your identity now. Hashtag final words. Build something real. This isn't just information. This is a blueprint for building a life you're proud of. Not through manipulation, not through faking it, not through using people. Through genuine growth, real discipline, authentic character. You are becoming someone who builds on truth, not illusion. Masters themselves before trying to lead others. Transforms pain into strength. Thinks strategically and sees clearly. Shows up authentically. Protects their energy with healthy boundaries. Builds real, valuable relationships. Speaks with wisdom and purpose. Chooses future success over present comfort. Commits to lifelong growth. This is real power. Not control over others, but mastery over yourself. Not fear from others, but respect earned through character.